Anyway, let's continue on with that. And then I ramble on. I think it was the what was it called? Ant something. The Ant Studios or something like that was the manufacturer. What was it called? What was it called? It's been sponsor spotted by a few YouTubers. Odd that's it. The I believe there is actually a half decent one of these that's wireless. That's a mod mic. Trouble is, it's like $300, and I don't want to spend $300 on a microphone that I don't even know is any good. For whatever reason, all wireless microphones sound like a telephone for some reason. There's literally no reason for them to sound like that, but they do. Alright, so I need to reverse this. Like, why would you skimp on bandwidth on a wireless headset? It just makes no sense. That actually has no connection. That seems a little bit more reasonable to plug it in. There. Alright, next step. Decon the lot. I shouldn't have done that. I let go while I was... I didn't let go while I was dragging. Fortunately, it doesn't take it, and it cancels it when you press map. Some games are not that competent, though. Comes that sort of thing. I don't think the signals fit in this orientation, though. Which... yeah, see, they don't fit because they've got to be on the bottom. Which isn't great. Oh, there's really no room. Room at all. Why didn't I give this enough room? I file this under another one that's... oh, destination 4. Okay, you're just complaining about lack of destinations. Also, how are you doing? Hey, it's done. Very nice. Make everything. You leave it to its devices, and it does get the job done. I'm gonna have to compromise for now. Think. I'm gonna try that same trick again here. I figure if I do that, that'll at least remind me to do it. Go there. Skull got drummed. Let's grab that. Alrighty. I mean, this can stay as its final resting place. The actual output track. I think I'm going to have to move the rest of it, though. No, it's not. Got to be consistent, don't you? Most useful thing Skull's ever done. Just play as a drum. That's a hard no. Ah. Hmm. Yes. About that. Suppose. Actually, it's what alignment were you on? I was going to say, I suppose these. Yeah, they're not on their own. They're on their own alignment. They're not on. That actually. Yeah, that makes the most sense. It's probably going to move it up there or something. Aim for that. What I was thinking was keep it on the 4-track alignment, like so. Then, like instead of using the one-way stuff, I should actually consider changing the one-way stuff to align better. One-way stuff was something. It was something I made, but never really had a purpose. It was sort of just ticking a box. It's the only reason it really existed. The one-way tracks. There we go. Because one-way tracks in this case would actually be really handy. In a form where just want the signal on the end. Ink goes the honk. Yeah, the one ways, where are they? Lane segments, right hand. 2-lane, 2-lane, 4-lane, 4-lane, 2-lane, one way. Yeah. Currently they do that. It's just a one-way version of the 2-lane. And what if I could change it, yeah, to be more like that? That would be kinda useful. I mean, it does align to its own thing. What was that? Yeah, I suppose either. I might actually do both. There's room in the blueprint to do it. And I can go there. So, boop. Oh look, you even get the you even get the landfill out of it. Now I've got to get this train uh, back. Back to me. Train. Oh dear. Hmm. Hey then. Oops. Where did that train go? Oh, it's over there. That's moderately inconvenient. Only moderately inconvenient. I was like, I just put my track back into the train. That made no sense at all. God dang it. Right, delete that stop. Let's try this again. You go that way. I train. I really hope an ore train doesn't come through right now as well. That would be embarrassing. To compensate, we're going to want you to come down here. Sort of need like a bypass for these trains, but I don't want to put a bypass in because that's just going to encourage other trains to make use of it. We don't want that now, do we? Hello, train. Could also try coming up here first. Maybe considering letting the bots do some work too. Whatever bot providers are available. Whether it be base or some kind of mobile bot on a train type system. Or alright. I'm gonna hold down shift to zoom in. That's playing other games has done that, you know. Shift to zoom in is very much an other game thing. It's what other games do to you. What other games do to me. And everyone else for that matter. You could argue that every game should have Factorio controls. When the construction queue was so big, even your personal bots are struggling. I tried Anno 1800? That games you I haven't actually tried playing it yet. Still. Admittedly, I never even really got into the last one I tried, Anno 2070. But I think we've been through this conversation before a few times, where apparently it's the bastard child of the series. But they're all sort of the same thing. Correct question is, there are other games beside Factorio? I mean, there is Cyberpunk 2077. Actually, a few games. I was just trying to think what else has actually come out recently that's actually noteworthy. Nothing comes to my mind. I just what's come out recently? Or what's come out recently that's noteworthy? Just the volume of garbage now is ridiculous. I suppose there's that going medieval, apparently. I'll have to look up what that was. Or rehashed, yeah. A lot of rehashed games. And worked for Nintendo for many years. Decades even. Mass Effect. Oh yeah, true. I'm kind of intrigued by Mass Effect, but at the same time, I never really took much notice of it when it came out the first time, so I don't. Somehow I don't think I'll really get into it re-release. Just, just somehow I don't think it'll grab me. I've run out of landfill. Almost. Now I've used up the landfill train. Was I big on? I think that was my. When did the first Mass Effect come out? Actually, did it even come out on PC? It was like that with Bioshock as well. When the original Bioshock came out, like I skipped right over that one. That's actually about the same time as Bioshock as well. Get up to about there. Alright, while that train's refilling. Oh, the Mass Effect series from beat complete, and you feel like you played the entire game, but 1.2 times without trial and error. 2007. What I was doing? I think I was playing actually Half-Life 2 then. Or something like that. No, go to landfill. You're going to have to move. So, Le Junction. That may or may not have cut power to this entire leg of the map. That's fine. Sure, it's fine. I mean, extending this isn't a terrible idea, anyway. So, now you got a little bit more room, and there's less chance of trains spilling over onto here, blocking everything up. Do I have speed? What does that do? It's like plant a few speed modules. If I could get in. There we go. That's the easy way of doing it. That. Looks like Mass Effect was released on Xbox, PlayStation, Windows back in 07. That was the only thing. My theory was that the only reason why I didn't get onto it was originally because it wasn't on PC, but But as I say, like I remember Bioshock came out, I think 2006, and I didn't get into that. Actually, it's probably made the right call there because I do have Bioshock now, and I did play it, and it's I get it, yeah, but at the same time, it's underwhelming. Okay, they don't actually need to go. I mean, technically it's done. almost. Kinda. Oop, that's the upgrade planner. Let's get rid of these. Right to there. That's a very short entry. Oh, right, because that thing king's out of the way. Yeah. Fine. It's just Fab Camp. It's just winning. It's still funny because the probabilities are actually turned pretty high. So they'll get fed. In theory, the middle ones should be the busiest. In theory. The middle thingies. Because these will get serviced the least. Or these will get supplied the least. The plate will get supplied the least because it's the end one. It's the furthest away. This will get supplied the most demand. This will get the least demand. Clown Town, coming on in with that raiding party. Hi. This will get supplied the most, and this will get drawn from the least. Hey, it's Veldak. How you doing? Doing your Factorio as always. Hi, Clown and Clown family and Clown friends. How you doing? What are you up to? Doing Factorio things, no doubt. No, it's not like the thing says you're already doing Factorio things or anything. Clown trains? Ah, yep. Clown trains all the way. Okay. Right now I'm working on my 36k signs a minute Megabase. I'm just tidying up the first builds that I did and polishing them off 100%. Or bringing them to 100%. And Veldak with the 25 months. Sadly, the text-to-speech doesn't work, but that doesn't stop us showing the love and hype. Chat for Veldak there. Throwing down that 25 months. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, so I'm just cleaning up this, so it's now... I'm going to need to move the unloads, the plate unloads, but it's now more or less 100% complete. Same with the red circuits. Red circuits are all done. It turns out I'm going to need to move this, so I'm going to need to move it over there. Yeah, I hit a few stumbling blocks along the way, which means that I really should have done it properly in the first place, although I needed a lot of landfill in the first place, and I really wanted to try and progress the map. So there were valid reasons for doing it the way I did before. Do I need to inflate Veldak's ego even more than it already is? I mean, it's like a balloon. You don't want to inflate it too much. It might burst. Oh. Need signals. Yeah. Oh well, can live without. Oh, all that's done. Excellent. So, I was prepping some land here for low density structures. Like in Theme Hospital? Exactly like Theme Hospital. Yes, the way to fix it is to inflate it even, is to just get a pin and pop it with a balloon. Yes, so this is intended to be 36,000 signs a minute. It is using Factorio Extended, so it's not vanilla. This is a extension of the 8,000 signs a minute base. I think it was 32,000 originally, and then I upped it to 36,000 because it was nice and the builds were nicer. I think it's technically 40,000 as well once you add in the... Yeah, in theory then it would have been 2,000 signs a minute in parallel, all in parallel. Actually, that reminds me. The reason the trains were 16, because of because of the balances, is because the first outposts were actually belt based, and then I switched them to pot based. So there is that. All right, that's, I reckon, is as done as it's going to be for now. Oh, look who's idle. How's power looking? Okay, it's a good sign if you're almost fully charged when solar reaches its maximum. That's a good sign. I mean, the base isn't really doing anything, so it doesn't really tell me a lot. But at least it means that I've got at least some slack. So yeah. How many silos will I need with that much science? Yes. Yes is the answer. I actually don't know yet. Probably, well, at least some multiple of 16. I think 48. Gut says 40. No, I wasn't far off. 48. It's got to be a multiple of 16 either way. 48 or 64. I did actually calculate at one point. I'm sure for anyone who's watching through the folders beginning to end, easily be able to reference to it. Now, because I have 11 trillion Firefox tabs open, I don't actually know where the thing is. 36,000 signs a minute. Builder gifting 5 subs. Ooh-wee. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate those 5 subs. Aussie Nuts. Starmon. Der Elite. Princess Hynix. PG King. Nice. Show all of the hype there. And love. Big hypes. Show all those hype emotes in chat. For all those gifted subs. While I try and find the thingy. Silo. $53.6. So 64 silos. Because it has to be a multiple of 64. So yeah, you were right with your gut instinct wasn't far off. 53.6 is the minimum number of silos required, and that assumes they're 88 beaconed as well. I mean, 12 brings it down to 44, 12 beacon, but I don't know that that's possible. Keep it at 8. It's 10, 48. 48 might be possible. It'll be either 48 or 64. I see. You know what? That's tickling a memory for me. Yeah, you can get something like 16 plus. The problem is getting everything into it. That's the only catch. So I may not be able to. Yeah, I'll probably get. Given the size, I'll probably get. If I do the line of beacons. Oh, Jinx. Okay, I don't think I've ever met her. That explains a lot, though. Yeah, I seem to remember having this thought pattern before, going through this thought process. How are we doing here? Oh, we're deleting more of these. Okay. Oh, I can't compress anymore. I don't think. No, it's not compressing anymore. I seem to remember saying that thing about that. Yeah. It kind of doesn't matter because there is already a belt balancer here. I feel dirty. This makes me feel dirty. Makes me feel very dirty. In theory, you shouldn't need to do that. In theory. 20 beacons to a silo. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to supply them. So I did have a lot of problems getting supply in on the 8K base. I had a lot of problems getting stuff in for that setup. What I got to do is like have the 3 parts come in like that. It's actually not really like that. Or like that and that. That being like your low density, your patrol units, rocket fuel, and satellites. I don't have the direct equivalent. We shall use substations instead, and then there's your beacons along there and along there. I suppose you might be able to do beacons there and there if I only have 2 belts. I don't think that 2 belts fits the... Oh no, they do. No, they don't fit. Unless I weeble wobble them. I mean, that fully stonks them, and I also don't have an output for it in as designated, but that can be worked. Oh, it can come out the top, and yeah, it's workable. Okay, maybe I will be able to speed boost it to get 2 going. It's just that one of them will run all of the time, one will run a fraction of the time. Unless I do some kind of circuit-based splitter. Distracting me. I'm pretty good at that. I was already pretty distracted. I kind of got to figure out what I want to do next. So this is as done as it can be. That's as done as it can be. That's going to be a future me problem. This is ready. I suppose I could get ready to relay this track along here. I could also redo the starter base, relay it. How big was the thingy? Soy. Red circuit, stone, copper, iron. You're a thingy, iron. Could fuel you. Beep, boppity, bappity. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that thing. That thing had issues. Distractions you can manage it pretty much. Hey Katie, how you doing? How's the build going? Pretty good. How you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. Control units. Low density. This is actually the first time back in Factorio in a long time for me. Nope, that's it. Very well to play with you. Distracting enough in chat. We're actually talking about doing a multiplayer Megabase earlier. Doing like octagons or something. And thinking about a target goal. I thought I had a blueprint. Do it? We're thinking about doing like something which moves the target per sub. Fortune and knowledge. I am inspired by seeing past octagon bases. No, that. I thought I had one which was just the entire build. Like it was a massive block. Or Or am I going crazy? I may be actually going crazy. And that I indeed didn't have it. And that was it. It's also the wrong... I'm pretty sure that's completely wrong as well. Yeah, that's looks like the slow stuff. Command speed cost. Yeah, it would be like 5 times. So it'd be like 5 times cost. A rocket per sub or something. Either way, with that host there. But the sub, when I say rocket per sub, it's really just 1,000 science contributing to a target. And what I would do with the target is get rid of that. Look at the all-time consumption, and so you track the all-time consumption of. Or you either have infinitely scaling research, where the requirement goes up by a level per sub or something, or you have the original thought that I had was that it counts up the total consumption. The total consumption counts up. Like we set it as a target, and then we increase that target as it goes. And the other thing I was thinking of with the octagon, I had this idea in mind. 1, 2, 3. I need to check the geometry of this. And each one does something like that. Cheating, how dare. I'm glad for the flip tool because it makes doing this geometric stuff a lot easier. Yeah, so you'd have an octagon like that. And then the only way to... And then you would have like a connection here, and then a connection here. This wouldn't be actual size also. It's like these would be your your left-hand drive in and outs. I also realized that's actually a giant. This means it's just going to be a giant grid of roundabouts. Hmm. Hmm. So yes, they come in, go out. You could have another rule that says that the octagons can only have 3 connections. Or something along those lines. Yeah, anything grid-based will inherently have roundabouts. And yeah, and then it would be like that. Alright. Wow. Why not let me just, like... It's really weird. Oh, it's too big for a single thingy, isn't it? It's too big for a single Discord message. Alright, that's Ilu. Oh yeah. What's that from? Actually pretty cool. Is that from your base? Ah, it's Apollis's. Okay. Hmm. Ah, yeah, I recognize it now. I'm also very dark. Like there's no light here. There's light back there, but not forward here. Yeah, it's I see it's grid snapped. How if I take that off? Is that? Ugh, that's white. That's very. Let's put that back on. That's very. Let's turn that up there. How's that? That's incredibly bright. Ah, that's bright. That's dim. Maximum brightage. Hmm. I think I'm sitting a little too far away. Let's turn that. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Factorio extended Mark 3 coverage. I was thinking about doing it as a vanilla thing, but that's fine. The thing that was tempted to do was to separate. So the reason why I wanted the separation was to stop the robo networks joining. To turn that down. It's probably back where yes, basically back where it was. But I'm going to stuff that in my pocket of blueprints for now. Um, and see what I can come up with from that. Just yeah, see how I can incorporate it into my idea. That sort of vision that I had. I'm trying to remember what I was up to. Oh yeah, we can't do that just yet. Maybe horizontalify that. Yeah, it's just size. It doesn't actually. I gather that it didn't actually have the FE stuff in it. It's just specced out with for the option. Low density. That's it. All right. So for low density, I'm going to need to switch saves. I'm going to need to go to the creative one. Looks like I was doing something with Compa, which may or may not be low density already. Oh, apparently I was. That's a low density. So was it not in here already? That's that. It's more rail. Not rail. The thingy, the science. Apparently I've done it already. What's going on there? This is very strange. 2, 5. I mean, the plastic isn't moving. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Seems consistent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. So are these not running 100%? Where's the max profile? 3, 5. Yeah, that one doesn't quite run maximum. So what's that making? 1.3K. How much do I need? Where's my thingy there? Low density needs... I have a leak. 996 per minute? Oh, that's assembly machines. 900 and... Oh. 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 There you go. 682 if you make it 12. 55,000 low densities a minute is what I need. I think the problem this has is its strain is just a little too extreme. 1, 2, 3, 10. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Should go 9, not 10. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Thing just seems weird. 18. There. 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion that something else runs out when the copper is when all of these coppers are connected, or this thing maxes out the belt or something. Something else has got to run short. It's very good foresight on my part to have actually already done this part though. 21k, 1.5k. Control C. Ah, that is true. Decon Planner does that too. Control X. Traditionally, I use the Decon Planner to count. Ah, they're all getting it. What the hell I was thinking? Again, it may have just been sheer supply. There must have been. There has to have been something wrong with it. 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, 9. That should actually stop there. It's too bad it can't turn in and oh, it actually can. If I do that, bring that to there. Yeah. There. Oops. There we go. It's a lot of ore. It is a lot of ore. It is ridiculous. Redonks with the stonks. Must have had it more. Where? The fact that there means I probably intended it to be 24, if anything. Probably doesn't divide. It's yeah. It's a lot. There. 1.5k. Just think, this is 1/16th of it, of one build. Because I think there's actually two builds as well on top of everything else. It's a lot of inserters too, arguably as well. Seems happy. What are our consumptions at? 20k. Oh, something else is running though. Running. Yeah, this is where I prototype all of the different builds. I mean, it's not directly interfering with what I'm doing. So 20k. Oh, the steel is skewed. But what is it? 1.5k. Where's the? I'll do the 1 minute. We'll say 1.45. So what did I say I needed? I mean, the total machines was like 400 or 600 or something. So there is that part too. So apparently the total needed is 55,000 low density. So that's 36 rows of 1.4k, 1.5k. That's more than two. Okay, I see. So oops, that's the wrong number. So yeah, 55,028 divided by that. I'm in the wrong mode. Let's try that again. Yeah. Now it's giving me the fractional. Ideally, I do it in 2 builds, not 3. So really what I need to do is if I can increase the production of this to get it down to 32. Divided by 32. I did the wrong one. So I need to get from 1400 to 1700 basically, or 1800. Just need to get an extra yes amount out of it. Well, actually, what I should do is actually divide. So where was the machine? 682.4. So divide that by 682.4. Divided by 32 is 22 assembly machines per thing. Per row. That's why 24 was, yeah, that's why 24 was a thing. How many coppers did I have coming in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I reckon I had these yeah, I know what it is. I was trying to do 24, have 4 of these being fed with copper, and it couldn't keep up. Yep, that's what I was up to. And then I reduced it to 3, but it can't do it either. That's what I was stuck on. I think it would have been like plastic or something couldn't keep up, I suspect. Yeah, to get what I want, I need like 24. For those wondering, I'm using Factorio Lab in the background. This here. So I have 6 feeding 18, yeah. So I'm feeding the copper into groups of 3. Yeah, there it is there. 55,000. Although ideally I'd bring it all the way up to like 60,000 or something. Whatever that is. 40,000. That's sort of my goal. Sort of my target. Overbuild is 40,000. Where'd it go? There it is. 61,000. Spreadsheet. I mean, there is that. Oh, I actually made a spreadsheet for this one. Actually, what is that in assembly? 758. Yeah. You actually see it's 28, and 4,000. So you're actually building two builds of this much of 28,000. So 28,571 would be one build, and then 28,571 for the other. Or actually, plus 2,000. It's basically 30,000 per build per thing of 16. Because it equally splits in half. That's also why I want to get it away from the rest, because that's like a lot of copper trains coming in. It's going to be consuming a third of the copper trains. Green circles will be consuming the other third, and then the rest of the base will take up the other third. It's not accurate. There's not accurate numbers, but it sort of gives you an idea where the copper goes. Stuff that doesn't go into low density goes. What doesn't go into circuits goes into low density, and what doesn't go into either of those two goes into everything else. So what did I say that was? It was 28,000 per, or 30. It was 30,000 per. Actually, hang on. Before I round that up, was that for the? Oh yeah, for the 4,000 as well. So that's fine. So 30,000 divided by 16, so still 1,800 per row. Yeah, each row needs to make about 1,700, 1,800 ideally, instead of 1,500. What do I get by adding one of these? Ah, it's deleting. I was like, why isn't it going? It's absorbing materials. Yeah, see, this one only gets a little trickle now. 4. I suppose I could. I mean, there's an argument that says I could just run it at a deficit. It's 1,600. Maybe I will just run it at a deficit. Need. I undid all that. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Uh, 24. Go. You. Yeah, I need to flip it to the other side as well. 4, sure. Up. Yeah, and 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's right where the old this thing was. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was going to say, I wonder if there's an older version. Nope. I know how to do it. Because this one was actually closer to the older build. Because then I don't need... See, by loading that, I don't need to reroute the plastic again. Now this was 18. I just need to replace this. Creative work. Yeah, all the other materials should be fine. 1, 2, 3, boop, and boop. I'll just peel down one later. Oh. One. Yes. 2. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like this one. Yeah, it's falling short. It's extreme drain though. Probably going to have struggle. Going to have some struggle supplying it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now some station's in the way. Backwards. One, 2, 3, 4. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on a minute. What are we up to? 1300. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Oh, 4. Hang on. Yep. I skipped one. 1, 3, 4. That's fine. Where does it skip normally? Two thingies. 2 thingamies. Bloop. A substation in the way. How darest they? It's also the wrong one, because you're meant to come up here. That's 1, 2, skip. 1, 2, 3. Or substation again. There, so that's plugged all those in. You're not getting plastic. Because I've done that myself. There we go. So what are we at? 1.4, 1.5. That's me, did a good job. Oh? Ah. Steel's missing. 0.5, 1.6. Now they may not be able to output. Yeah, they're struggling to output. But we're at 1.8. Uh, 24, 14, 12. So that's 12 right there. Now the trick, if I can pull it off, is to get these to switch sides. If I can pull it off. I don't know how I'm going to pull it off. I really don't know. Verify. No, that's 13. That's 12. And that weighs 12. What is actually here? I'm just... really making sure. At this point, it's becoming obsessive. So this needs to get over to there, basically. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can cite some room for it. I need it, if anything, I need to get the copper out of the way. Copper being in the way is a problem. Easily fixed. Thankfully. I like easy fixes. So yes, now that's out the way. Actually, that's 13, isn't it? No, that is 12. Fine. There. Ah. Oh no, that's working. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I just like it to be even. Like, it could be anything. It could be any convenience. But if I can make it 12, that means that the lanes are equal. Which means I'm making the best use out of both lanes of the belt. Nuke ideas? Nuke ideas are good. Yeah, it's 1900. Firmly into 1900. Yeah, because if you can get it equal, if you can get the two lanes even, that'd be like that. Used to be cool. I also don't like it when the CPU spins down like that and goes very quiet. That worries me. Nope, there it goes. It's back again. Yeah, I don't like it when it spins down. That means something's crashed usually. What do I want? 1900 by 16 is 30,000. So that's the target. So two of these There's 60,000, so yes. And what was that? That was like... Yes, copper plate. Um, 851,000 copper plate per minute. 189 belts. 189 belts? Suppose. It's 6 by 16 by 2. 192. Yeah, there you go. 190. You don't realize how stupid that sounds until you actually look at it. Until you actually put the numbers into perspective, you don't realize just how absurd they are. Oh yeah, you were for powering that, really, weren't you? So 1, 2, second one in. 1, 2 on the butt side. 1, 2. 1, 2, right there. 2. Very important this is, sorting out your power poles. You got to get your power situation straightened out nicely. Oh, except for that factor. We roll it back to 1. 1 work? I have a feeling it doesn't. So we push, yeah, it's in the way there. Maybe a little bit irregular, but I don't think I can do much about it, in all honesty. Go, save that, creative. Load game, back to here. Hang on a minute. It's colorblind. Okay. That's the wrong save. Hang on, did I save? 9340. Uh-oh. 9340, I did save. In hopes. Yeah, I did save. It's all there. It is actually all that. Yeah, that's all the stuff we did. Very good. I was worried there for a second. So here's our build. That's my eye. Will it even fit there? Trouble is, it's just all of the big. Will I move it? No, I can't put it down there. That's just a bad spot, really, isn't it? Rotate it vertically or horizontally is the other question. I am getting rid of that track, so I think horizontally like there. Yeah, this will be fun, won't it? I did intend it to go there, so let's aim for here. Like that. That's 2, 4, 8, 16. Copy it again. There you go. That's the entire build. Although in saying that, what I'm probably gonna do to save my sanity is 1, 2, 3, 4, and there. I also need to delete the extra substations. If I was actually smart, I'd copy that. Because that's sort of where it would sit. It'd sit something like that there. So in theory, I should actually push it further over. Like that there. Oh, it's really going to be something more like that there, because it's going to be probably way more than one copper unload. How will I do it? Stage multiple copper unloads. How do I parallel them? I'm sure I've done it before. Hmm. Oh, they're probably going to need to be spaced out more as well. Yeah, it needs to be a horizontal. It needs to be a horizontal unload like these. Uh, hmm. Like that. Yeah, this is a horizontal. That's why I had to hesitate. It's actually a horizontal unload. Just like that. Actually, 16? No, it isn't. Thought it looked a little funny. I was like, it's when I was holding it, the thing up against um, the station up against the blueprint, it wasn't long enough. I was like, that can't be right. And indeed, it wasn't. So 1. Grab that one. 2, 3, 4. 8. That's definitely 8. I've actually grabbed it wide, so it's actually going to say 9. It goes there. Then we come back down again. Then 1, 2, 3, then 4 for the roboport. And then, try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count for the roboport. There we go. Now we check the train stopping. Yeah, see, that's more like it. It should be like that. Like that. Without the rail going in between it, though. This is going to clog up the construction queue for a while. It was going to be a big deal, but oh, have you seen the base before this one? That's So this is actually derived from a vanilla version of the same, more or less the same principles this I'm using in this base. The other one, it did have a few differences. The other one had a giant smelter, so I brought ore into a smelter instead of smelting on patch. Which I could probably click and drag, seeing as though that's there. Like that. It's a fair argument for not holding down shift to place these. And have a bad time otherwise. Real bad time. Let's see if something force places where it doesn't belong. There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, this is going to take a while to get built. This is where most of the time goes on these big builds, is waiting for... I mean, there's no way of getting around a construction queue this big. It's just a big construction queue. Unavoidable. Can't see the outline around it. It's so big. Push that out there too. It's too bad I can't derive the exact number in between, the spacing in between that's needed. Yeah, because like that's the max distance. I suppose you could do like that, and then like that. And the rotational distance should be the same. That gap is pretty close. Then there. Yep, they're equal distance. Almost, but not quite equal distance. That's close. It's close enough. Right, those can go there. It's a good thing that the distance between the road reports are so big that there won't the bot networks don't join. That'd be terrible otherwise. But at least it gets full coverage. That's the main thing. That's actually going to join that robo network too. We don't want that. So I'll at least... This is just doing nothing but clogging the construction queue, so I'll just get rid of them for now. I'll just have to try and remember to copy and paste what's at the bottom. Try and remember. Can't make any promises though. So yeah, that's low density. I need something like this to unload into it. I say that, but it's actually going to be something more like this to unload into it. That rotate to the vertical direction. It's only flipping horizontally. Strange. Yeah. Doesn't want to... strange. Normally that would, in the past that would have worked. Something must go into an impossible... No, it can't. No, that flips as well. Fails. Something must be janky with it. I wonder if the, if something's even janky with the blueprint flipping. Because there's no reason for it not to let me flip. While I think of it as well. Whereas FE plus, substation. One, two, three. Yeah, there's that one. It can be two. Bit problematic there. I'm going to have to compensate some of those wonky connections, I suspect. But also, no, that doesn't really do it. So downside with this is that it's always one short. Like it always wants to be nine. Like it would be even for 9 rows is what I'm trying to get at. Always 'cause it's an even number. There's always off by one. Oh, just leave that do its thing for a few hours. What usually happens is I just leave this thing running in the background or doing other things. It's a time also. It's getting close to that that key time of lunchtime. I would like to do a few more. Do I want to do more with this thing, or will I wait until next time? Next time being next week, probably next weekend, unfortunately, but true. A little pressed for time at the minute. Alright, I'll copy this one. Because next time I can deal with this thing even better. Is it there? This actually has everything already laid out. Nominally. Like it's already spaced. What it should be. Although I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more builds than what's there. Like that's good for just copper. It gives you an idea of what's going to happen. Like then that's going to go into there, which are all that. All these. These all need the things that do the stuff. I was just looking and thinking, oh, I'll bring them in the center actually. I may need to push these further apart. If anything. I might need a more traditional stacker though. I'll very likely need a more traditional stacker. For this build. Possibly a pre... Like a smelter stacker, I suspect. Oh, it's copper trains. I can't do that. Hmm. Still working on your cargo rocket hub. Taking like 7 hours to plan out. So I didn't see that before. So that's for that's Dyson, isn't it? I lost track of what was going on. I've been braining very hard. Yeah, I might need to space these out further. I'm pretty confident. And then so for reference, oh, space exploration. So save that. Um, last one. Yeah, that's it. This is the save game that I published. That is available to download as well. I don't remember where the link is, but the save game's there. It might not like loading Factorio Extended. But yeah, this is the map that it's derived from. For those who haven't seen it, this is where the idea comes from. So a lot of these builds will look fairly familiar. Like the red circuit is straight out of it. I think I did tweak this up a little bit. Green circuits. I don't actually remember. Yeah, a lot of it's the same. The only difference is it has this giant smelter for copper, iron, and steel. What are we looking for? There's the science. There's this. This is what I was thinking of doing. Something like this here. This is what I did last time. This was a nightmare to build out. So yeah, so join them here. Have a traditional stacker. Probably have train stop limits set to... See, this is using enable disables. This is before 1.1. This is 1.0 standard. But I did update it to 1.1, and it was a massive pain to do. You set these up for like 2 trains max or something. 2 or 3 trains to back up. There's the silos. Yeah, the thing I did with the low densities on this is one just feeds the silos directly. Like, it just goes into the silos and the satellites. And then the other one only feeds... It just comes out and comes back in here. And that was the idea I was following on originally, but it's not going to work. Like, you're going to have so many copper trains just going backwards and forwards. That's part of the problem that this has, is there's so many trains going backwards and forwards. It still manages it with all the crazy junction that I've got, but it doesn't... It's kind of on the edge. It's really... Like, it doesn't look that busy, but it doesn't take much to really upset it. This also has binders on it, the other one doesn't. And that's the other lesson I learned, is that binders really are inconvenient. How's that pollution looking? Polluty, that's how it's looking. So yeah, that's the end goal, is this map. But I think I think it's lunchtime for me, so I'm gonna leave it there for today.